Pulling back into Pitalo's Marine. There's a lot of boats here that I have no idea what's going on with them. Serenity, which is a Harley Davidson boat, no clue. This boat right here, I met a gal that was working on it all year last summer. Well, not all year, but while I was here, she was doing the teak work on the deck to get it ready to be moved. It's still here. All these boats, I don't know much of anything about them. This little boat with all the cages on back, it's a crabbing boat. The crabber boys come and take it out. I haven't seen them this year, but I'm sure they'll be here later. This little shrimp boat is an old guy that stays out here now. He and his dog stay on that boat. It's super cute, but anyway. This boat is a trawler. I guess the guy paid $350,000 for that boat, brand new. Seems ridiculous to me, but whatever. This is my friend's boat, Ronnie. Jerry calls him Unk. So sometimes I do too, but anyway. He took me out for a ride on his trawler. It's a Grand Banks. Very nice. This thing was drowned and sunk, and they got it and nursed it back to life. It's beautiful. A couple more shrimp boats along here. And then these two pleasure boats, I don't know what they are, but they haven't moved since I've been here. These boats are what we call on the hard. They're on the hard. They've been here since, well, this one was here when I got here last year. This one arrived while I was here last year. I think it's called Southern Hooker. Yeah. Anyway, they haven't moved. This boat is new to me, Strike Zone. It got here while I was gone, but nobody's been on it since I've been here this year. It seems to have just been left here, so looks like I might go and try to pull it forward a little bit. The back ladder is beat up against the pier there. That doesn't look good, but I hate messing with somebody else's boat. And then there's my boat. It looks like Sanford and Son have moved in. I pulled everything out of the cabin and put it out on deck. Some stuff's up here on the front deck, and some stuff's in the cockpit and back behind there. Once I get the floor done, I'll be able to move stuff back in. But what I wanted to show you was last year when I changed the oil in my transmission, a little metal thing came out, and I started getting worried. So I was like, man, as soon as I get there next year, I'm going to pull that transmission. So I did. I pulled the transmission. Here's half of it right here. I pulled it, and the shafts were a little loose, and my buddy said, well, maybe it's just the bearings, but it was not. So I took it all apart. This is see this nice little thing here called a data tag. It tells me, I don't know, that looks really blurry. It tells me it's an HW253 OR with a 2.74 forward to 1, I should say, forward ratio, and a 2.72 to 1 reverse ratio. And that's what the insides look like. Well, half of it anyway. So I looked for a new transmission. I looked high, I looked low. Finally I looked on eBay. Here's the other half of my transmission. You can see the worn down gear right there, or it's nice and silver. The teeth are all chewed away like my dad. No, just kidding. Just kidding, Pops. Anyway, so I went to eBay and I found this transmission right here in this box right here. Notice how easily I turn it with one hand. Yep. And there's the shipping label right there. And I don't know if you can read that. It looks pretty blurry from my point of view, but it says 26 pounds. Well, my transmission was quite a bit